Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. There's no new snapshot for this one, however, we've got some insights into how the April Fool's update was created. It's been a busy week, so let me bring you up to speed. On April the 1st, we got the vote update snapshot. I also made a follow-up video because there was so much inside of this April Fool's joke to cover. And then later in the week, we got another snapshot for 1.20 with a new logo for Java Edition. And based on this poll that I posted to my channel, it seems like a majority of people are still very much fond to the previous logo, which was added in the beta edition of Minecraft. But getting back to the April Fool's update, I noticed a sizable amount of negativity in my comments section towards Mojang and then putting time into creating this update. And the reality is that none of us players actually know exactly how much time and effort they put into creating the April Fool's update, but today, my friends, that actually changes. This is all thanks to a blog post from one of the developers, Matthew Gatland, and this blog post gives us a really interesting insight into how this update was put together. And Matthew also points out that they actually spent more time on the blog post than on the snapshot itself. So hopefully this insight can give us all somewhat of a more informed opinion, as it always upsets me to see such negative discord within this community. Personally, I think it's fantastic that we get a fun and novel Minecraft experience to look forward to each year. But anyways, let's get on to reading the blog. Mojang recently released an April Fool's version of Minecraft Java Edition. The April Fool's releases are special and strange variations of Minecraft that are developed with a low budget and explore ideas that are too outrageous to be in the main game. This year's concept was to have in-game voting where players could enable and disable different rules on their server, with many of the rules having unexpected twists. A core group within Mojang built the voting system and managed the release. Everyone else at the studio was invited to add some individual rules that players could vote on. I wanted to participate, but did not have much time available for side project shenanigans. I decided to come up with some simple rules that I could code quickly and that would hopefully be memorable and fun for players. Maximum impact, minimum effort. Here's what I came up with. And this, my friends, is the contribution we're talking about here, prevent floating trees. It's one of the ones I didn't actually get around to because there were so many. In Minecraft, gravity does not apply to most blocks. One of the first actions a player takes in the world is to collect wood by breaking a block from a tree trunk. This leaves the top of the tree floating in the air. Many players consider floating trees ugly, and communities often make it a rule that players must remove the floating parts before they move on. It's a hot topic. The comedy in this rule comes from when wondering how it's going to work and then being surprised when you find out. You could imagine the floating part of the tree falling down, that would be fancy, or perhaps the floating part would automatically break. But here's what actually happens.
What? Wait, prevent floating trees past?
I guess so.
So wait, let me try to take down a tree.
Okay, I need food.
Oh, what
I got some more inflation.
I really wish I was on the surface to see this. What happened?
Oh, do you want me to tell you or do you want to see?
I will need to see, but I am like so deep in this cave right now.
So every time you break the middle of a tree, it's replaced by an end rod to hold the tree up.
That's incredible. That's so good. Well done.
And if you're looking for a little context, that was a clip taken from one of Ulraf's streams, who's one of the developers of the game. So even the devs themselves, not all of them knew exactly what was going to be in this update. Oh, and very important, this was done with about 20 lines of code. Another contribution of Matthew's was buff fishing, which, as I suspected, was absolutely a reference to those overpowered AFK fishing farms. Fishing is popular in the game, and there's a lot of discussion around how much loot it should give. Is fishing overpowered? Should we let players fish AFK? The buff fishing rule promises to make fishing more rewarding. You might expect it to improve the loot table or tweak the timing, but no, it turns your fishing bobber into an infinite fountain of ocean loot. And this contribution only took one line of code. There's also a reference to a rule called polluted oceans, which I couldn't actually find, so maybe it got renamed. Anyways, it changes the fishing rewards to include all possible items. It's a fun rule and it synergizes very well with buff fishing. But if we had a bit more time to coordinate, I would have suggested nerfing this combo because it's a little too good. Having a quick source of every possible item can spoil content from some of the other game rules, and I think we could have nerfed it that way that let us include another good joke. And that's an important observation, as you can play the April Fool's snapshot in survival and just have so much fun as the world changes around you. However, survival Minecraft is built on balance, and when you can get any item out of the ocean just by whipping in a fishing rod, it does kind of ruin the survival experience a little. Overall, I was happy I was able to make some people laugh with just a few lines of code and a few minutes of work. Going cheap isn't always the right approach, and it was important that other devs added rules with a lot more depth than my ones. But jokes are good too. It's useful to think about all the tools we have to make a feature interesting and not overuse complexity. These two rules use popular community topics to set up the player's expectations and then did something unexpected to surprise them. So there you have it, an interesting story and insight into the mind of a developer and the thought process behind a part of this update. Personally, I'd love to hear more about what went into this fantastic April Fool's joke, and maybe one day will be treated on the Minecraft channel, as it is known for its dev diaries and other series giving us sneak peeks behind the scenes. It's the sort of thing that I might cover again on this channel in the future, as I do cover the updates and Minecraft news on occasion, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch those things. But that's it from me this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.